All right, let's move into a room I think is going to give us a little more discussion on whether or not it's an upgrade or not. I think, let's be honest, quarterback's obviously an upgrade. What about the running back group? Does Scattebo really make this group that much better? Because I feel like if you look at this roster, Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary, Cam Skattebo, Eric Gray, Turbo Miller, the same exact group you basically had last year, just Scattebo being added. And you're hoping that Tyrone Tracy is obviously better in year 2. That's a big question mark because there's no guarantee that running backs actually improve in year 2. And Scattebo is a rookie, and it's not he's I get it. The Raiders are excited because of Genti, that maybe after that first game they're not so excited. But I get it when they're excited. I feel like we got to recognize this is a day 3 pick, guys. Like, don't get me wrong, they hit sometimes. But if you want to go down the percentages of ones that actually hit, it's not the highest percentage in the world. And I feel like we're acting because we love the personality that Scattebo is going to be like this great part of this running game here. Like, we got to be legit about what he is. He's a guy who's a little undersized, who's not very fast, who has hamstring issues, and only looked, really great the last year in college. So I want to be excited about him. I really do. Like, again, that's what I worried about. We're to be all negative, on this thing. But I feel like people are acting like, oh, it's going to be a great running back room. It's got Scattebo now. It's the whole room is loaded. Like, is it? Like, am I crazy for saying that it's a possibility, but to look at it as a foregone conclusion, it's just absolutely insane.
Yes, I think it's a lot to put on the shoulders of a day 3 pick. But I will say it's definitely an improvement overall from last year because we put a lot of hope in Singletary, which I kind of said at the beginning of the year, like he's a good running back, but he's never been like that dude to be like a solid RB1. And Tracy kind of took the reins over that, which was a great surprise. One of the big pickups that, granted it was week 1 of preseason, was Turbo Miller. Like, we sung that song of him last year, and they didn't really play him, utilize him. But they did this, last week. He looked great. So if he could have a season like that, that's kind of how Tracy looked in preseason last year. So
I don't think we're expecting 100 yards a game out of Turbo.
No. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But I'm saying
like that.
Well, I'm saying last year you look into the room, you're like, oh, Singletary is such a great player, and then we got Tracy and we got Miller, and hopefully things work out.
Yeah,
that's kind of where you went. Now you're like, all right, Singletary is probably going to be our number 2, maybe 3,
probably 2 to start, maybe 3 up. I think.
But that's an improvement straight there from last year. So your number 1 from last year is going to be your number 3 because of the draft pick you put last year and this year.
I would say you have higher expectations of the group than you had at the beginning of last year. That's 100% true. But knowing what we know from Tracy from last year is what I'm saying. At the end of the year, will we say the Giants running back group is better than last year or this year when it's all said and done?
I think we're going to say it's better. I think because last year I might have been in a small minority group too. I may have been, but I thought Tyrone Tracy was outperforming Devin Singletary like throughout the spring and summer, even a season ago. And I thought the only thing that really held him back in the beginning of the year was just that, him being a rookie, still fairly new to the position. And just Singletary had the experience, so they just kind of were just more stubborn to go along with Singletary. And a role with Singletary never really did his whole career. He was never really a truly that starter, bell cow running back. And with Giants, we tried to make him that. And like as if he was going to come in and replace the real number 26 that we used to have. So I just felt like,
please stand up.
Yeah.
I repeat, the real 26. Please stand up.
So I think the running back, as far as with Cam Skattebo, we still haven't seen him on the field yet here in the NFL, but I think with him, it's more of something I feel like he has within him. I think he's the kind of guy that just has this will to succeed. Like, he's just not going to be, he's going to, like, he just has the mentality of someone who won't be denied. And I think that could serve the Giants running back room well too. So I just think he just has something in him, that dog in him.
He's got that grittiness in him. And that's what I'm saying, like that nitty and gritty.
Gritty.
It's been a while since I said that.
I know. You got a Chris Berman on us there. It was great.
Got a little nitty and gritty.
Football Giants.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you got addition to Miller. You saw what he could do. Like the Giants kind of took the training wheels off him a little bit during last week. And listen, if you put him back out there, and he's a great receiving running back. So I mean, he just proved it last week. But once again, it's preseason. Yeah. But you put him in a couple games, and he starts sneaking up towards the end of the year, and like you're like, wow, this guy's really good. And that's just in addition to like how much more depth we have.
I mean, now the one thing that does concern me about the room though is Tyrone Tracy obviously, as of right now, has a history of putting the ball on the ground, and he's gonna have to definitely work on that and figure something out.
Oh yeah.
And even with Scattebo, he had it like his last year at Arizona State. He had a little fumbling problem himself. He probably could have been a higher draft pick if it wasn't for that. Honestly, that's probably one of the things that held him back as well in the draft. But so I think that's something that could be concerning about the New York Giants running back room. But I think overall, just as a group, I kind of feel a little better this year than last year because Eric Gray. I mean, I didn't want that guy on the team last year. Let alone.
We want him during the draft.
So I think just maybe moving on from him kind of helps improve the room.
I mean, if you look at the room again, we're talking in the preseason, so we don't know fully what's going to happen in the final roster. And there's 2 more games to go, and things can change if somebody all of a sudden starts playing better. But I think Eric Gray, with the injury he's got there, is really what's kind of really hurting him. He's already shown he can't do special teams. We already know this. Like, if I see that man go to return one more goddamn punt, like, it's bad. Like, I would rather have Richie James come out of retirement and start taking punts against the Seahawks than to see Eric Gray back there one more goddamn time. That's where I'm at. Turbo Miller should take his spot, as far as I'm concerned. So you got Turbo Miller in there. You go ahead and you keep, Scattebo in there as well. You're going to have 4 running backs in that scenario. That's going to be hard to fit. I think they might try to do it because I think someone's going to want Turbo. If he continues even playing close to what he did last week, I'm saying if he has like another a 40-yard game and then another 50-yard game or something like that, like not even the 100 yards, someone's going to go, screw it, we're taking this damn good. And they're not going to try to catch him because they know someone's going to take him. They want
that speed alone. Yeah, that speed alone is something that
he thinks fast speed.
I mean, we talked about it before, like last year. Like he would have broke the 440 record. Yeah, if he was in the combine, like he
would have been the best running back at almost every single physical test last year. Point blank. That's the kind of gifted athlete he is.
Yeah.
So
once again with an amazing background story. If you guys haven't listened to it, hey, Drew can tell you where to go.
It's on our page. Just search him. You'll find it. It's the very first video we did on him. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what's going to be happening is they're going to have to find a way to sneak a fourth running back onto this roster just to not lose Miller. And Eric Gray's going to be the odd man out. So, I mean, assuming that's what happens, then you're looking at a scenario where it's a better room for that move alone, because I just dislike Eric Gray that much. But then throw in the fact that Scattebo, should be a helpful tool to what Scree will find out, but at least a helpful tool. And Tracy should hopefully be better in his second year. And it's a better, like I said, it's a better group overall. I don't think it's like game changing and oh my God, this room's amazing now, but it's a slight improvement, I would say. So, if I was to say B- last year, maybe a solid B this year.
I was going to say like a B-.
Yeah, I'll give like the B range as well.
Yeah. I actually might even be like between like a C+, B-.
You just love the C+, B-. I'm noticing this.
No. I said solid B. in the quarterback room. You said C plus, B minus.
Just call me a B.
I did, you B.
Eddie,
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.